One advantage of the color to the green is that the color is expensive than the green.
Okay.
But it also has a disadvantage because we all know that when the fruits are on, new fruits don't come.
Okay.
So you're supposed to harvest the down before you get new fruits.
Okay.
The income generated here, I would say, is to me is far better than outside. Looking at the space and the money coming out is far better than the open field. It's better than me on payroll. Okay. Yes, I don't know for those my friends who always be in suits and be sitting in their AC.
My name is Kekeli Michael. Today we are inside Cape Coast. We are here to talk to one of the beneficiaries of youth in greenhouse farming. If this is your first time here, we promote agriculture here and also share ideas about how to make money in agribusiness.
My name is Vincent, one of the beneficiaries for the Youth in Agriculture Greenhouse Enterprise Project. That's UGEP. I got my training from the Agri Impact Consult. For now, I would say they are one of the best training schools who train people in the greenhouse production and everything.
Did you just wake up one day and say, okay, you are starting farming? Or
no, it didn't start that way.
Okay.
We got the advert. It was advertised that they wanted to train some youths, then start them up in greenhouse production. Okay. So we all applied as.
What were you doing then?
I was that time I was a NAPCO beneficiary. I was doing NAPCO at the University of Cape Coast teaching and research farms.
Okay.
Yes, that was when I got the opportunity to actually apply for the project, which I was successful in being part of the beneficiaries that were selected to undergo the training.
The people who were making noise.
So we actually thought it was going to be a 9-day wonder, but after training we were not hearing anything. But we realized, they came and then the greenhouse was actually constructed for us.
Okay. So
that's how the whole thing started.
Did you have any experience in farming?
Oh yeah. Because I graduated from University of Cape Coast with a degree in agricultural science.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I actually have knowledge in agric even before the entire project started. But the idea or the knowledge in greenhouse production was only book. I hadn't done the actual practical work.
Okay. How long did the training take?
I think the training was just for about 1 month. Yes, about 1 month.
Okay.
So AIC took 1 month to train us in everything concerning greenhouse production.
Okay. Did you pay anything?
It was financed by the government. Okay. Ghana Exim Bank did the whole finance.
Okay. How long have you been?
I've been into greenhouse production for this is my 4th year.
This is your 4th year?
Yes, 4th year. And all the years have been successful because I usually hear people saying then greenhouse farming is not lucrative, cannot be done in Ghana, a lot of noise. But sometimes all those ones are just noise. If you are in it, you know what to do. Greenhouse farming, when you know exactly what you are doing, you don't have any problem. Yes.
Okay. So how is it different from, apart from the structure, it's in a well-protected area, compared to money and stuff, how? When it comes to the monetary aspect, the income generated here, I would say is to me is far better than outside. Looking at the space, and the money coming out is far better than the open field. But it's capital intensive. That is, even the cost of the structure alone is a problem. Okay. The
cost of the structure alone, because for a structure like this, the last time I checked from the ones who can get you a structure like this was around $30,000.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That makes me get interested in financing this place. Yeah. How is the whole arrangement in case they come back again?
Actually, you see, before I started, I said ours was financed by the Ghana Exim Bank.
Okay.
Yes. So they actually gave us the money. So since the idea was to help the youth in Ghana.
Okay.
So they subsidized the prices for us.
And you paid through cash?
Yes, we paid through cash. All the payment was through our sales proceeds from the yields we are making.
Okay.
Yes. When the yields are sold, part of the money is deducted to pay for the loan. Then some is also given to you to manage the
So
place.
walk me through the backstory.
Okay, back then I used to work at the teaching and research firm as an NAPCO personnel.
Okay.
And through my manager, Dr. Ebenezer Jamra, yes, he actually introduced me to the entire project.
Okay.
Which we went through several series of interviews and other things. There were a lot of us.
Okay.
Yes, there were a lot of us. So we were interviewed by the Agri Impact Consult. I think they were the ones that the Ghana Exim Bank selected them to be in charge of the entire project. So they took us through the process. So we were interviewed.
Okay.
Then I was fortunate.
Okay.
Then I sailed through. Then I was selected to be part of the people going for the training.
Okay.
The training was also done by the Agri Impact Consult. They also did the training.
Okay.
So we were trained for 1 month, and then in greenhouse production and everything that goes in here. Okay. After graduation, we had to come and wait for some time for the greenhouses to come and to be constructed for us. So that is how the whole thing.
So after construction, what did you produce? How did the first month go?
For the first cycle, we were new.
Okay.
So there were a lot of glitches in and out. Okay. Because we were now actually going to try what we had learned in class outside.
Okay.
But there are two sites. This is site B and site A.
Okay.
My first cycle I did tomatoes.
Okay.
And I would say that was one of my best cycles ever, because at that time everything was new.
Okay.
The cocoa peat that we used was new and everything. And I was fortunate because the production actually started with the site A.
Okay.
So mistakes that were done in A, when it got to B,
you have learned from them.
You had learned that we had corrected all those mistakes.
Okay.
You had corrected all those mistakes. So I would say my first cycle, one of the best cycles since the entire project started. When they started, most of the fruits were getting blossom end rows, which was as a result of the low calcium they were given. So by the time the production had gotten up here, we had corrected those mistakes. We were just buffing the plants with calcium, which you realize worked over here.
Okay.
Because when the blossom end rows sets in like this, you realize you'll be losing a lot of fruits. But that didn't happen over here.
Well, how was the experience like transition from classroom to what you were taught then on the field?
Unit days are Greek. They said they're not Greek. Everything was in books.
Okay.
Just reading, nothing practical. So when they bring you into the greenhouse, that is when you will know Casa de Ayamframa. You have to show working. You show the working.
Which of them were more helpful?
In terms of?
Yeah, was it the training or the having a background in this?
Having a background in agriculture was a plus for we the ones having those, because the entire project, it came with a lot of graduates from different courses.
Okay.
Yes, but even when we went for training, we the ones with the agric background had upper hands, because there were certain terms that they would mention that at least even if we have not seen before, at least we have heard before and know what it is.
Okay.
Yes, so being agric was upper hand, but I think the Ghana Exim Bank didn't want to be biased to say, let's just deal with only agric background students. But since it was to help the entire youth, everybody was added. Okay. So we had business students, we had other students, but you having agric background gave you an upper hand.
So during the production, what were some of the challenges there?
Some of the challenges, let's say when we started, it's just like I was saying, something that we have learned new, and then you are now come to do it alone. Our fertigation protocols, how to mix the nutrients, because those were the key points. Because when you are mixing the nutrients and then there's any least mistake, all your plants are gone. All the plants are gone. Your calculations and then other things, apply this at the right time. Charlie, it wasn't easy. It was.
But they gave you guys protocol.
Yes, you can give you the protocol. But sometimes your mixing, you can get problems with your mixing. Because when we came, some of us when we came, we were told when we are mixing, you mix one after the other. But once I buy, I refuse. Somebody can be mixing, then we'll add everything to go and mix.
Okay.
We'll add everything to go and mix. But as I said, as the work you're doing more and more, you are getting experience.
Okay.
So for the first year was a little bit challenging. What made the work
easier was that at that point in time, everything in the greenhouse was new. Our cocoa pits were new.
Okay.
And then everything. It's just like when you're a buffalo for but a drew baby, then.
So you are attributing the first success, which has been the best so far, to because the equipment and inputs were very new.
I'm telling you, for the cocoa pit, it works.
Okay.
If you ask anybody, cocoa pit, you see, we don't use soil in it.
Okay.
Our growth medium is a cocoa pit.
Okay.
It's a cocoa pit is something that, when it is new, it's able to hold water.
Okay.
It's rough. It's able to hold water. But as time goes on, then there are a lot of salt entering, water entering, then it begins to dissolve.
Okay.
So when it gets to some time, it can't hold water again.
Okay.
It can't hold, so it reduces its qualities. So when it is new, it's new.
All right.
When
So
it's new, it's new.
that first production, can you remember what was the tonnage you had, or how do you people measure your?
We measure in kilograms.
Okay.
We measure in kilograms, and then I quite remember the first guy to do cucumber, I think got almost 9 to 8 tons.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about 9,000 kg.
Okay.
Yes, because a ton is 1,000 kg.
Okay.
Then followed by me. I think tomatoes. I was on site. I was the one who had a lot of kg.
Okay.
Just because I corrected my mistakes up here.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say maybe the ones who started didn't do well. They did well, but there are a lot of mistakes they did that I corrected here. That gave me the upper hand.
So the first one, how many tons?
I almost got about getting to 3 tons. I think it was 2 point something.
3 tons.
Yes, getting to 3, but that's around 3,000 kg.
3,000.
And it was quite unfortunate that when we started, the prices for the produce were not good enough.
Okay.
If it was by this time that I got this.
How much was the price?
I think that time we used to buy tomatoes as then a kilo for the grade A. And here we do grading.
Okay.
Yes, after you harvest, you do grading. You do grade A, then grade B, then probably grade C.
Okay.
And each grade had its own price.
Okay.
So I quite remember when we started, the grade A for tomatoes was about 8 cedi something pesos.
8 cedi something pesos.
Yes, I can't actually remember the pesos, but it was around almost 9 cedi.
Okay. How many plants? I didn't ask of the square.
Okay. The size of this our greenhouse is 640 square meter.
Okay.
640 with a total plant population of about 1,186. That is excluding the balcony.
Okay.
Yes, when we go inside, you see the balcony. But for the main plants are about 1,184 or 86. Yeah.
Okay. And out of that, you have such number.
Yeah.
The sale from that produce, can you remember?
The sale from that produce, I think even if I'm supposed to do the mass, let me see. Let me do the calculation and let me see. Even if as at that time, it was 9 cedi a kilo times even 2,900, about 26,100. Okay. That was then when we started.
Okay.
That was then. And assume if it is now that I got this 2.9 tons. Right now, a kilo of tomatoes is around 35 cedis.
Okay.
So 35 times 2,900. You are seeing. I can't even know how to translate this into a pepe. You see?
Okay.
So assume if it is now that I got this.
Okay.
This would have been the amount.
That's 101.
Yes.
Point and some coins.
And some coins at the back. Okay. Yes, it's better than being on payroll.
You want to start agenda?
It's better than being on payroll.
Okay.
Yes, I don't know for those my friends who always be in suits and be sitting in their AC. But it's better than being on payroll.
Okay. So this was your first year?
Yes, that was my first year.
That was your first year and your first production?
Yeah, first
So
production.
after the tomato, what did you do?
After the tomatoes, I did, my next cycle was pepper.
Pepper?
Yes, that's a colored
Which
pepper.
of the pepper?
The sweet pepper.
Sweet pepper.
The colored.
What we say the most difficult?
Yes.
Okay.
And what we do is that we realize the colored has a lot of money compared to the green.
Okay.
So if you want to do green, it's your own business. But me, I like colored.
Okay.
It's in one advantage of the color to the green is that the color is expensive than the green.
Okay.
But it also has a disadvantage because we all know that the pepper, when the fruits are on, new fruits don't come.
Okay.
So you're supposed to harvest the down before you get new fruits.
Okay.
So let's say if you have two farmers, one person doing green and one person doing colored. The one doing the green will harvest and harvest, because the more he's harvesting, the more he's getting fruit.
Okay.
But I have to leave my fruits on the plants for them to change color. So by the time I will harvest one, he might have harvested about two.
Okay.
That is what makes the colored expensive than the normal green.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you are trying to charge more to compensate for your loss.
Exactly. Leaving the plant on and I'm not getting fruits.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me about that production too.
Oh, okay. That production too, I would say wasn't good and wasn't bad. I was in the middle. Okay. And it was because of, I would say, little or no experience. Okay. Because every vegetable is a new experience. Okay. Every vegetable is new experience. The reason why I'm saying that is that every vegetable and the kind of treatment you give to them, like their EC tolerance.
Okay.
Tomatoes EC tolerance is different from pepper. Pepper is different from cucumber.
Okay.
Yes. So, and because it was pepper and that was my first time I was doing the pepper, there were
mistakes.
Yes, mistakes.
What were some of the mistakes that you now know?
The mistake I did in that my pepper production was overgiving them nutrients. Yes, overgiving them nutrients. Because I realized pepper was a plant that doesn't require a lot of nutrients.
Okay.
Yes.
But wait, the protocol was giving you. Were you doing your own thing?
No, I wasn't doing my own thing. What I would say is that for the first cycle, I would say most of us, because we didn't have the what's the name, the idea, we're following protocols that we're given.
Okay.
And even sometimes protocols have mistakes.
Okay.
Just like doctors who have done surgery can do a surgery and kill somebody.
Okay.
It's one of those things. Okay. It's one of those things. So even though the protocol was given, I think there was something wrong with the protocol. So it was later on that the protocol was actually corrected.
Okay.
And which I realized the correction that was made actually helped me. But the correction came when I was already ending the cycle. But even with that, when I introduced the new protocol, it worked. It actually worked. So since then, that protocol mistake, yes, hasn't happened again.
Apart from that, what other mistakes?
I think that was the only mistake. Yeah, that was the only mistake.
I think by this time you were in the middle of the month. You do 3 productions in a year.
Yeah. Under normal circumstances, it's supposed to be 2 cycles in a year.
Okay.
It's supposed to be 2 cycles in a year. But when you are smart and then you are not lazy, you can do 3 cycles.
Okay.
Yes, the reason why I'm saying is that per the entire schedule that we are given within the year, we are supposed to do 2 cycles. That is, one cycle lasts for about a month, about 5 months.
Okay.
Then you leave the tunnel idle for some time. Then you do another cycle for about 5 months.
Okay.
Then you end. But what I did to quickly finish paying off my loan was that instead of doing 2 cycles in a year, I tried to do 3 cycles.
Okay.
Calculated well. Okay. Let's say something like cucumbers. Cucumbers is an early maturing vegetable.
Okay.
Yes. You start by 3 months. You should be able to harvest and then you are about ending your cycle.
Okay.
So that's what I do. So in the year, what I do is that for the first 3 months, January, February, March, getting to early April, I do the cucumber.
Okay.
So I make sure the cucumber, when I do that, by the 3rd month, I would have harvested to my peak. Okay. Then I don't waste time. When I realize the plants are not giving me the fruits or the yields compared to the nutrient I'm giving them, I quickly bring them out. I don't waste time.
Okay.
So when I bring them out, instead of me to be relaxed and say I'll go and have a rest, I quickly prepare the tunnel again. Yes, because some of them can end, but they will say they want to go and rest more, leave the tunnel for about a month or 2 before they come. I don't do that. The moment I end, I quickly start preparing the tunnel. So when I realize my tunnel preparation is almost getting to an end, then I do my nursery. So by the time the tunnel preparation will end, now my nursery is ready to be transplanted.
Okay.
Quickly I transplant, calculate the time, and do another one. So that is the strategy I use to be able to do 3 cycles in a year.
Okay. Back to the second cycle, which was the
pepper, the sweet pepper. Yeah.
How was the sale then too?
Oh, that is why I said that pepper. I wouldn't say it was good. I wouldn't say it was bad. It was.
You don't remember the tonnage you got?
Oh, the tonnage. I think it was about a ton. But as at that time, to the colored pepper, too, the prices were not all that good. When we started, the vegetables. As the years come, then the prices are increasing. So for our first year that we were making a lot of tonnage, the prices were low. The prices were low.
You were setting the prices?
No, we're not setting the prices.
The market price?
Yes, the market price was being determined by the ones that were in charge.
Okay.
That's the agri impact concept. Because per the contract we signed, we were not able to sell anything because Ghana Exim Bank didn't want to say, okay, beneficiary,
go and sell
and bring the money. Then at the end of the day, when they are coming for their money, somebody will say, oh, I didn't get customers to buy. So they said, okay, fair enough. Don't sell.
They created the market for
exactly. They gave the marketing aspect to AIC.
And this one there, they give you free bonto.
Stress. Even though there's no stress, but sometimes the prices, maybe I can get a better price outside, but my hands are tied, I can't sell.
Okay.
So when AIC comes and AIC say, maybe I'm giving you 2 cedis, and maybe if I have a customer that is going to give me 2 cedi, 1 peswa, I can't take 2 cedi, 1 peswa. I'm supposed to take 2 cedis.
But you have to understand, because...
So we understand. Yes, we're understanding because when AIC comes, and then you have harvested about 1,000 kg, they don't mind. They pick everything. And then what makes me happy is that the moment they come, I weigh, they load onto their truck, I consider it sold.
Yes.
When the truck moves here and then it gets bent, I don't care. I have sold it to them.
Yes.
That's
no cost of.
No. We don't have any problem. Mine is to just produce. They will come and pick it. Whatever happens at the back, it's not my business. So what they do is that when they come, we sell based on weight. We use weight to sell. We don't do like the market women. We don't sell it. We don't deal with market women. But even for the market, sometimes they have to run here. But when it gets to time that it's not raining, and mind you, greenhouse production, we control everything that goes in there.
Okay.
We don't wait. That is one advantage we have over the open field farmers.
Okay.
We don't wait for the rains to come before we produce.
Yes.
So we produce all year round.
Okay.
You see, and one secret that we also use over here is that we calculate the time the open field farmers are not able to produce one particular vegetable. That is when we do it over here. Then now you be the king. You determine how much you want to sell it. Let's say tomatoes. When it got to a time where we were buying tomatoes for one piece for about 10 cedi. By that time it wasn't raining. So as at that time, if you had tomatoes in your tunnel, just imagine it's bumper harvest for you.
Okay.
So that is one advantage we have over them. We don't wait for the rains, so we are able to produce all year round.
But another question bothering my mind is, so now you have made a sale of maybe 2 times. You are in the middle of maybe 3rd quarter.
Okay.
You are now venturing into your 4th quarter.
Okay.
How do you pay yourself? How do you?
Oh, what I used to do is that the people who come for the produce, they pay us based on the month.
Okay.
And then when you start harvesting, it's in the form of a graph. It starts from low, then it will be climbing.
Okay.
Climb, then it gets to the peak, then it will start reducing again.
Okay.
And that is when you are seeing the age of the plant.
Okay.
It's reducing. So that is how it is. So what I was doing then, my friends were not doing, was that when AIC comes for the produce and they sell, they are supposed to pay you at the end of the month.
Okay.
So that was what. But what I did was that I wrote a letter and told them that I don't want to be paid at the end of the month. It should be accumulated.
Okay.
Then they deduct whatever they want to deduct to pay for the loan. Then the rest they can give me. They give me. Okay. But while I was doing that, I was also doing pack at the back. Yes, I had to go and hustle somewhere, bring the money and come and put in this. So when I end the cycle, then my money hasn't yet come from them. I quickly raise funds from somewhere. Sometimes I had to call house.
Okay.
Cause when I call home, they send me some money, I buy seeds. Sometimes I have to take loan from friends, buy the seeds, so that I'll be on schedule.
Okay.
And it worked for me. The reason why I would say it worked for me is that, you see, when we're harvesting, the cycle is like this, it goes. So by the time they will be paying you month, you realize the money that has been given to you is even more than what has gone to pay for the loan. Are you getting what I'm saying?
No.
Let's say your first month, the harvesting, your first month, when you start harvesting, let's say your first harvest, you get about 20 kg. Okay. Next time 50, 100, this. Then you can harvest till, when you start, you see the harvesting will be very good, but it get to a place, it will start coming down.
Okay.
So assuming when you harvest 20 kg in your first harvest, that 20 kg maybe they will just take about 5 kg money to pay for your loan.
Okay.
Then they will give you 15 kg money. Because they anticipate, say, you have just started harvesting, more money will come.
Yes.
Then here lies the case, the calf will go like this, do baby no, hey.
Then it drop.
I see. So by that time, no way this kind of baby, abra, the loan, edaho.
Okay.
So you end the cycle and realize most of the money has come to you, but kakribi pen hiding, a loan, and you are still owing. But I was interested in Museo train or pay for the loan. Then when you are done.
Okay.
So right now that I have finished paying my loan, when I do this my cycle, and the money is 10,000, nobody is going to deduct me again. All the 10,000 is coming to me straight. I take away my inputs, the rest.
Okay.
It's yours.
So the pepper was the second production.
Yes.
You ended it with what?
Oh, I ended it with cucumber.
Cucumber
Yes.
again. You started with cucumber.
No, tomatoes.
You
I started my first cycle I did was tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Yes, and we alternated the plants. You can't do one, you can't repeat one because of the disease and pest.
Okay.
To control them. You can't do one.
Okay. So the cucumber too started.
My cucumber, since I started, I think I've done about 2 of the cucumber doesn't work on my side.
Okay.
You see, and usually, I forgot to mention, environmental conditions are also part.
Okay.
Yes, even though we are in a closed area, if there's too much heat, we have a problem. If there's too much rain, we have a problem.
Okay.
Yes. So what I would say maybe the cucumber didn't work for me was that probably the season where I did the cucumber, the environmental conditions were not favorable.
Okay.
Yes. So me near cucumber. The cucumber I did that people were doing cucumber were getting 5 tons, 6 tons. I got about 1 point something tons. Yes, which was very, very bad. And now it was because of the dowry mildew. It is a disease, the most popular disease that attacks cucumber.
Okay.
Yes. That one you can just start harvesting. The moment you start harvesting, within 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, then they start getting sick. Because of the temperature around.
So that one was a loss.
Oh, that one was a loss.
So what happens to if you make a loss in the greenhouse? Wouldn't you default in payment of the loan?
Yes, with me, as I said, I tell them keep the money, deduct. So if it's a default, which means I wouldn't be paid, I have to go and look for money somewhere.
Okay.
And sometimes when I see Saki where they ankoye me I quickly write to AIC and they always respond. Okay. For them, when you are one of the people they think they can get their money from, when you write and you want a loan, they give you. Okay. So what I do is that when I realize Cycle and Koyepe, I just quickly write a loan, then I sign to them and tell them, oh, I need a loan for next time. And when we started, it was pre-financing. Okay. AIC will pre-finance for you. They'll give you your seeds, your fertilizers and everything, then you do the production. But what they realized was that people were performing badly because they would come and give them the ferts and everything for the production. Then, instead of the effort they would put in, they don't do that. Then they were always running at a loss. So they brought the terms that right now we are not pre-financing you again. Okay. Yes. When we pay you your money, however you manage to buy your seeds to do your cycle is your business. Because if we pre-finance, then you guys will come and misbehave. But they had some of us that they knew were serious. So me, when I write any loan, any amount I want, 3,000, 4,000, I just write, send them the next day, they transfer me the money because they know they will get the money from my next cycle.
During the first year, at a point, did you feel like you wanted to give up?
Oh, many are called, but few are chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen.
You that Charlie, make I give up.
They're giving up there. It will come, but some of us are die-hard fans. Because when we are in it, looking at the money that you are generating, that is being used to pay the loan, I always say, hey, what if I finish paying off this loan? All this money is going to come into my account. That kept me moving. But I giving up, there were a lot of boys gave up. Oh, plenty. You see, and the reason is that, you see, when we started the terms and conditions, like the loan will be deducted. You can work and then all will go and pay for your loan. Then you don't even have money to pre-finance yourself again. But as I said, I've been doing pakpa. I go and work somewhere else and come and input the money in here. That is what some of my friends were not doing. Because they were saying, I won't understand why I'll work and then the money will go and then I won't get anything. And mind you, what kept me moving is that this was one of the cheapest loan you can get. No collateral. They didn't ask me to come and bring my father's land. No collateral. Come, we'll give you money. Yours is to just go and work and pay. No collateral. No, which bank will give you money without collateral? There's one funny thing is that when the banks even know you are going to use it for a break, they won't give you.
They won't give you. Yeah.
Oh, they won't give you. I know some of the banks who say, come, we'll give you. They are lying. They won't give you.
It's risky.
Yeah, they'll tell it's risky.
Even experienced people are making mistakes.
Yes, even experienced people. And how much more you, a young graduate, go and tell, I want to start a farm. Give me 2 billion.
You don't do before.
You don't do before. They don't give you. They won't give you. So this was one of the coolest money you can get. Just come and work.
Okay.
Just come and work. So I didn't mind going to work somewhere and then coming to input the money in here. And it worked for me.
What was the routine like working in a greenhouse farm?
Oh, okay. Working in a greenhouse, there are a lot of greenhouses. This one is top vent. Then our roof is UV.
Okay.
Yes, UV. And the UV makes the inside very hot. So the routine was that we wake up very early to come and do all the work that we can. The moment the sun appears and then the heat is too much, we quickly leave. Then when you are outside, we use drip.
Yeah.
It's a pump.
Okay.
It's not automated. You are supposed to be turning the pump on and off.
Okay.
Yes. And then how we do our fertigation based on the age of the plant will determine its water requirement.
Okay.
When you start like this, they are not taking a lot of water. So within a day, you can do maybe about just 1 or 2 fertigations, then you are okay. But when they grow within a day, you can be doing about every hour you are supposed to give water. So it's not like you come and plant, then you leave the work and go and be doing something else. Because even if you are not working inside, they're supposed to be around to be turning the pump on and off every hour for them to be getting water. That is why before we started, I told you greenhouse production is garbage in, garbage out.
Okay.
When you are nice to the plants, they will intend to be nice to you. And I wouldn't say I was doing the work alone. I employed people. Okay. Yes, I had somebody who I started with, who helped me. So when I went for the training, when I came to train the person too. It's one of the challenges most of my friends were having, that we were not having loyal workers. Somebody will come, you waste time to train the person. The person works for some time, and probably maybe you are not getting money from anywhere to be paying the person. Then the person will leave the work and go.
Go and do Okada.
Yes, and go and do Okada, Abubuya. Do Okada and Abubuya. But what was helping me was that even though it got to a time when NAPCO money wasn't coming, I was using my NAPCO money to be paying the guy that was working for me. Okay. Because I could wait until I ended the cycle and then the deduction is made and then I am giving the money. Okay. But fortunately, the guy I had who I started with was very understanding. Okay. Yes, I told him he should just let us work. We know it's a loan. And see, kitwe biensa the ebebano na yache. That was what we were doing. You see, and one thing was that I didn't rely solely on the one I employed. Okay. Yes. That is what some of the mistakes most of my friends did. They employ people in the tunnel, then they leave. You see, and it wouldn't be like you, the owner of the thing, the kind of care you give to your thing will be different from what a neutral person will be doing.
Okay.
So I was saying, what I did was that I was doing the same work with the one I employed. When we are pruning, we are all inside pruning. When we are out, we are all outside. I didn't say because I am paying him, come and do the work alone. Or when I wake up, I'll be sleeping in the house and they'll say, oh, I've employed somebody, he will come and do the work. I wasn't relying on him. So even though he was around, I was also on my toes.
So this is more like a 9 to 5 job. You come in the morning,
yes,
and close it.
Yes.
Constantly.
If you don't do that, the only time we have rest is that each and every day there's work in the greenhouse.
Okay.
But what we're doing is that we didn't wait till the work pile up before we do it.
Okay.
If it is pruning, we make sure if we are going to prune, we dedicate ourselves and say, oh, let's prune within 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
But then we are done with the pruning. If we will prune again, unless probably maybe about 2 weeks when new shoots are coming before we prune again. But somebody will leave the pruning. You will see one plant that needs pruning. So it's just one, let me leave it. When the plants become 5, then we prune. We don't do that.
Okay.
When we come and the plants to prune are just 5, we do that. But in jobs like the dropping is very tedious. So in jobs like the dropping, what we used to do on site is that
dropping?
When the plants get to a height,
okay,
we are supposed to bring them down.
Okay.
Yes, we are supposed to bring them down. We only do the dropping for the cucumbers and then the tomatoes.
Okay.
Yes, but let me talk about the vegetables more.
All right.
Something like the tomatoes, even all the vegetables, we have determinate, semi-determinate, and indeterminate. The determinate ones don't grow very tall; they are short. So when you are doing a vegetable that, like let's say you are doing tomatoes, and then the variety you are doing is determinate, you don't do anything like dropping.
Okay.
Because it's short, it won't go up again. When you are doing semi-determinate goes till some height. You don't drop again. But when you are doing indeterminate doesn't know say Madru high was semi-jai. It has been growing very tall.
Okay.
You see, and when the plants grow very tall like that, it's difficult to work up.
Okay.
Yes. So when you harvest down, you prune all the leaves, then now you drop the plant, you bring all of them down again to a lower level so that you can easily work on it. And it's very tedious. So what we used to do on site is that if one person has dropping to do, we all will go and then help the person.
Okay.
Until I say 1 day, 2 days that
we are done.
Okay. When another person also has dropping, we all go and enter. That's what we were doing on site.
Okay.
Aside that, everybody was doing individual work. But when it comes to dropping or sometimes pruning, we all go and help one person.
Oh, okay. Now you are done with your last production for the first year.
Yes.
What about the maintenance of the structure?
For now,
how long they are nets? Even mosquito nets.
Yes. Here. Oh, but this nets are doable. The only thing we do to these nets, we wash them. Okay. We have a pressure pump.
Oh, okay.
That we wash. Then the UV we clean the top.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The only thing that we usually change is the UV. You've been watching the UV because it's supposed to be transparent to the extent that the sun rays can enter.
Okay.
But as the wind is blowing and then dust is accumulated on top, it darkens it. And when that happens and then the plants are not getting enough light, you realize they tend to grow very tall quickly because they'll be chasing the light, because the light that is coming in is not enough.
Yes.
So they start chasing.
Okay.
So what we do is that every year we've been washing. Yes, every year we wash the UV. Then it's advisable every 3 to 4 years you change the UV rubber. You say changing the UV alone is not child's play.
That's
Changing
right.
both the bigger one and then the smaller one is around 25,000-30,000 to change it alone.
Including installation.
Yes, including installation and everything to change it. Then the steel that is used for the greenhouse is galvanized, nothing like rusting.
Okay.
And the people who came to construct, and even with that, we are even seeing, since it has been constructed, we know we are in a coastal area, but still, the steel is still nothing like rusting. Yes. Not this. This is Ghana made. But the actual pillars and everything, which was used to construct the greenhouse, is galvanized. So it can stay as long as 30 years.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The only thing you'll be doing is that you'll be changing the rubber, then washing your net. Then the cocoa pit. Because after some years, like what I'm having a problem with my cocoa pit.
Okay.
And now that I have finished paying, I think the funds that I am going to raise, I'm going to try as much as possible to change my cocoa pit. Because per experiences, when the cocoa pit is new, we know what it can do. But it's not being able to hold water like how it's new, because it has become powdery, it has dissolved. So at this one, I'm just managing the cocoa pit to just gather small money, then I can now change the whole thing.
Okay. Considering open field and such a structure, with this small space, if you are to compare, like, how many acres of production will be equivalent to this one?
Oh, this one I would say, per the conversation with the what's the name, the engineer who came to construct, I think about at least one plot or something can accumulate this. Yes, can accumulate this. But looking at this small space with the total number of plants, and even the calculation we did, I didn't add the balcony.
Okay.
Yes, because what I usually do is that I have buckets at the balcony. Me, I call them my side chicks. The main ones are inside, and the side chicks are the left and right. That one, even when I do small habanero over there,
Yeah. Okay.
the money comes to me.
Okay.
Yes. So sometimes the habaneros that I put at the side and side generate funds for me that I'm able to even use it to pay the guy that works for me. Yes. So I would say, comparing this to open food, the space that you can utilize with the greenhouse to get a lot of money, when it is open food, it's going to be on a large scale for you to get that kind of money. So this one, small space, but a lot of money.
Okay. So now, as a business, what are some of the strategies that you think, like, when you adapt, is going to help you?
I would say there's no business that doesn't have up and downs. But it's always determination. That's when you are determined. For that one, no matter what you do, you will succeed. But if you start a business, because everybody knows in Ghana here how to start a business is easy. Yes, you can easily start a business, but how to maintain the business and let the business go is always a problem. Because somebody will start nicely. As I said, when we started, well, there were a lot of us. When it was nice. And what made boys even enjoy the project more was that for the first 6 months, it came with 6 months moratorium, meaning you are not going to be deducted for the 6 months. So for your first cycle, even if you get 1 billion, it's going to be given to you.
Okay.
You understand? It's going to be given to you. It is when you are deducted from your second cycle. But all I'll say is that when you are managing a business, it's supposed to be determined. It's supposed to be determined. And sometimes you are supposed to move out of your comfort zone. Because sometimes people will come here. I usually have students. You see, this tunnel I wouldn't say used to be, because still, once I'm here, once I'm done paying the loan, I'm here, still students will be coming. This is one of the best standards. If every student or anybody comes from anywhere, this is a tunnel that will be bringing them in, because it's always active.
Okay.
You see, some of the students will come and then they will see you inside and they will feel like they are in class and then you are here. Yes, but they don't know probably I was also like them. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you're supposed to move from your comfort zone. Somebody will say, oh, hey, you know, be a where we school now, degree now. Somebody will just be saying, oh, somebody that you are done, you have your first degree in agric, and then instead of you to be in the office, then
but wait,
you are here.
The agriculture, how will you be in office? You
Oh,
did agric.
Right now, agric, they do it in the office. So let's take this extension people. Right now, comparing to former extension and now extension. How many extension officers will you see visiting people's farm? Everybody, let's take this our national service. If you post a national service personnel on their farm to go and on it, he won't do it. But he prefers wearing long sleeves, tacking with a book, and be giving orders. You see, and agric is not giving orders. So
Okay.
agric is never giving orders. That is what I'm saying. What we were doing over here was in books. Now when they bring you here, come and show the working. Agriculture is practical. There's nothing like using paper to do agric. Even though everything done here is calculated, our nutrients, we have the way we calculate. Because when open food wants to give nutrients, I know some of them will use manches box. Those say when they fetch one manches box is to this. When they fetch one tin of milk is to this. But here we weigh. There's nothing like using Manchester box.
Okay.
We weigh.
Okay. So, what are some of the like necessary tools that help you to make your work?
The main tools in a greenhouse that you need, the first one is the EC and the pH meter. You can't do away with the EC and the pH meter. That is the main tool.
Okay.
The EC meter is used to check the electrical conductivity of any nutrient you are mixing. Because when you are giving them nutrient, the least mistake you do, all your plants are gone. And then when they are young and then you start giving them nutrients, because they are young, they don't take a lot of nutrients. And then when you are saying you don't have the EC meter, how will you know, say, this nutrient I am giving to them or I am going to give to them is okay for them? You need a meter to check. You need a meter to check. So you can't do away without the meter. You still need a meter.
Okay.
Yes. So your EC meters, then your weighing scale to be weighing your nutrients, because we don't just use our eye to just gauge and say, hey, this is this, let me add this. Because the protocols that comes are calculated. It can tell you weigh this amount of this, this amount of this, this amount of this, this amount of this to get this.
Okay. So continue.
Yes, that is what we do. That is what we do. So you need your scale.
Okay.
Then you need your meters. Aside that, then not forgetting about your water source. Since you are not relying on the rain, you're supposed to need a 24-hour water supply. So
with this place now, I forgot to even ask, what's the source of water?
We are using Ghana water.
Ghana water.
Yes.
Okay.
But most of them are using borehole. Okay. Initially, I wanted to come and drill a borehole for us, but when they realized we easily get Ghana water from here, I think they left it like that.
Oh, okay. Talk about the setup of it.
Okay. Fortunately for me, I was part of the construction team from day one. Yes. So even there are some kind of problems that when I get, I don't need to call maintenance to come and do it for me. And the whole thing, the construction, the whole thing started from skeleton. The whole thing. I think the tunnels came from Spain.
Okay.
Yes, in pieces. Everything in here was in pieces.
Okay.
So when it gets here, we do the assembling. We group all the pieces, all the posts one side, the axe. Even the axe were even constructed. The axe were in pieces.
Okay.
So we had a table to construct the axe. So all the axe and then everything. So when we started, the pillars were erected. The first thing we do is we erect the pillars. And mind you, the pillars you are seeing that I think I've gone very deep, about 1 foot, full of my leg.
Oh, okay.
Very deep.
Oh, okay.
Very deep.
Wind.
Yeah, because of wind. So in the case of strong wind, the tunnel doesn't go off. The only thing you can lose is your UV.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the rubber. The only thing you can use. Because I've been inside several times that you realize wind. The whole time will be shaking, but it never goes. It will never go anywhere. It will never go anywhere. So the moment it starts when it's windy, we all go on our knees and we start praying, God, save my rubber.
Because it's expensive.
Save my rubber because it's expensive. You see? Because I remember since this tunnel was constructed, I've lost my rubber once.
Okay.
And it wasn't that I was home and I came and my rubber was lost. I was inside.
And it's here.
Then I just said, today, if this rubber doesn't go, it won't go again. Because looking at the wind that was blowing, so I was just looking at the rubber. The wind, is it the stop vent? The structure is stop vent. Okay. So I don't know whether if you observe, you realize there's a vent up there, and the vent is net. Okay. So when the wind enters,
you want to remove
it. It can't go out. Okay. So when it wants to go out, it tends to hit the rubber. And as at that time, the rubber had the tensile strength of the rubber had reduced.
Okay.
Because it had taken. I think it was this year that the rubber went off. The 4th year. It was this year the rubber went off. So I was in there and then I was praying. I say, God said, no. Your rubber there, we had never caught. I realized the rubber just went off. But when I called them, they quickly, but that time I had plants inside.
Okay.
Plants that I hadn't even started harvesting. And looking at the future of the plants and I would say that was my best cucumber production.
Okay.
Yes. That particular year my rubber went off. So when I called them, maximum 3 days, then they came to fix it for me. And it hasn't gone off again. So this I don't have anything to do with UV again. And then for maybe 3 years.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's the structure, the cocoa pit and
yes.
drip.
Yes. Yes, it's drip irrigated.
How many lines?
8. There are 8 rows.
8 rows.
Yes, there are 8 rows.
Okay. So now, considering this heavy cost of production or investment, is it worth it? Like, how many years do you think you can recoup? Like,
oh, okay. I would say it's worth it, because usually it's only the cost of the structure that is expensive. But aside your inputs you buy, you can buy fertilizers. Our fertilizers we can buy, and then you use the fertilizers for about 2 or 3 cycles before you need to buy new fertilizers, because we usually buy them in bulk. We buy the 25 kg bag. Yes. So you can, when you buy fertilizer once, you can use it for about 2 or 3 cycles. It's only the seeds that you always buy. Then the seeds, all the seeds we use here are hybrid seeds.
okay.
We don't use the normal seeds that the other open food farmers use.
Okay.
So our seeds are far expensive. You can buy this cucumber you are seeing inside. The total number of seeds in this will be around 2,500. And even with that, it's not the full house. I bought just 1,000 seeds. But you know the tunnel takes about 1,186.
Okay.
Yes. So sometimes if you want to buy seeds, you're supposed to buy between 1,400 seeds, so that at least if some don't do well, you can get some to replace. But this time around, I bought just 1,000 seeds, which the cost was around 2,500.
But what I'm saying is that I mean, the structure, the investment, everything, the investment.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
Oh, it's worth it. What you don't know, you don't know.
How many years will it take for me to pay off this?
Oh, depending on.
I mean, you used 4 years too. That means even the company had gotten their profit.
Exactly. And even with that, as I started, I told you that time the sale, the prices were no good.
Okay.
Looking at right now, the prices of vegetables, the same structure given to you, you can use 1 year to pay. If it was given to you the price that Ghana exim,
this is 32,000.
That is for you. If you are buying, it's 30,000 for you. But when the government gave it to me, it didn't take me 30,000. That is what I'm saying. Even if it is 30,000, let's say you are doing the colored pepper, as we did the calculation, the colored pepper, a kilo for 80 cedis.
Okay.
And then if you are having new cocoa pit, you can do pepper and have 3 tons. If your cocoa pit is new.
Okay.
So just one cycle. And if that 80 Ghana I'm talking about is farm gate price, if you are dealing directly with the one, the off taker, the one who is going to also sell, you can sell it more than 80 Ghana.
Okay.
So let's say even now that is even $30,000. $30,000, you're having new cocoa pit. You do your colored pepper.
Convert
colored pepper.
Convert the 30,000.
No, right now, how much is our dollar? Is around,
I think almost 16.
16. So let's say 16. So let's say 16 by 30,000.
Is it exactly 30?
Oh yes, with construction and everything, it's 30. About 4.8. 480,000.
480,000.
And when you are having your new cocoa pit,
that's car money.
Land Cruiser. Land Cruiser. So let's say you're having your new cocoa pit. Let's now do the math and see if it's actually worth it. Let's see your new cocoa pit. You are doing pepper.
Okay.
Pepper the calculations. If you don't get anything at all, you're supposed to get about 2.5 to 3 tons.
Okay.
So let's say all things being equal. You see, I like using all things being equal because somebody say cocoa pit is new. So when you plant and then you go and sleep in your house, you come the next day, you get yield. You are lying. So I usually add all things being equal is that because sometimes you can, even though the cocoa pit is new, you can plant. There can be a disease. Because here lies the case, probably people come in and go out. So here we observe strict protocols. We don't just allow anybody in. And then even if somebody comes in, then we don't allow them to walk between the rows.
Okay.
You go round the balcony.
Okay.
Because the way the plants are close together, when one person is sick,
all of them,
everybody will get sick.
Okay.
That's one disadvantage. That's why when I'm quoting, I always do all things being equal.
Okay.
Yes, and all things being equal, when the environmental conditions are favorable for you, that is one thing. That is all things being equal, one. And then the problem of pests and diseases. Somebody might be saying, say, because we are in a net, we are in a closed area, we don't have an issue of pests. But there are some pests that are very silly.
Yeah.
You open your door, they'll be hiding. The moment you open your door, and then the moment they enter, they'll create havoc. Okay. So when I'm quoting, I say all things being equal. That is when you ignore all those things. Then you give in your tender and loving care, then you are getting 3 tons.
Okay.
Right now, farm gate price for colored pepper is 80 Ghana. Times the 3 tons is 3,000 kg. Times 3,000 kg. That is 2.4 billion. And it's doable.
Okay.
It's doable. So let's say you bought the tunnel for that 4.8. Within 2 years, can't you pay it off?
So that's just for one production.
That's just for one production. This is for one production.
Like 4, 5, 6 months.
Yes.
Okay.
And even the 3 tons that I'm saying is, even if you are nice to the plants, they can even give you more than 3. Yes, if you are nice to them, they can give you more than 3.
If you are not even nice, the 40 way they back safe.
So it's worth it. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Anybody that will ask me for any advice, I will tell you it is worth it. If you know what you are doing. The people who have always been complaining greenhouses.
The condition is if you know what you are doing.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. That's what I was about to say. Is that the people who are always complaining and greenhouses don't do well in Ghana yet, they don't know what they are doing. Because you get some of the companies that what they know is construction, but they don't know anything about production.
Okay.
Construction, they'll come and construct it nicely for you, but everything that goes inside the greenhouse, they don't know.
Okay.
Your calculations, your protocol, they can come and construct, but they can't tell you. If you ask them, please, which varieties of pepper do you think are okay that I can do? They can't even give you one, but they can construct. So that is what people feel like. People are making money, so let me go and construct. They bring the construction team, will come and construct for you. Finish, then they will go. Then now you are planting and then you are not getting. You say, oh, even it doesn't even work. Oh, but it actually works. It's worth it.
General impression about this whole.
Oh, okay. What I would like to tell my people outside, especially the youth, is that the first thing you're supposed to do is that sometimes you're supposed to leave your comfort zone. You're supposed to leave your comfort zone. Like somebody will say, I've been to school, I have a degree, I'm supposed to be in the office. As I'm sitting here right now, I don't have any office work, but I can boast and say I'm far better than somebody sitting in the office. No two ways about that. And all the money I am making, all the money I'm getting is from greenhouse. So even if I have been able to pay off my loan, I would say my previous years there, I was paying off a loan. It is this year, from this year going, that is when I'm going to say, oh, every money that I'm going to make is going to come straight into my account. And per the kind of money that I see, that is coming out of the greenhouse farming, that I was able to pay off the loan. When it is coming now, I don't need any payroll work.
But you know, there are some people that loan motivates them to work better than it's theirs. Because if you go outside, people have bought cars for people, and the moment they finish paying, they can sleep like the whole day and go to work when they want to.
It depends on if I have bought a car on loan. I wasn't the person driving the car. I gave the car to somebody to be driving for me. Mine is that whether the person goes or the person doesn't go, I'm supposed to get the money to pay the loan. But you have forgotten probably maybe driver no. Or the person can work and then maybe if the person is supposed to come and give you 100 Ghana, maybe the person had worked and has got about 500 Ghana and bring you just 100. You'll be feeling you're a happy man because you're not the one doing the work. That is what I'm saying, sir. Because I'm the one here, I know the kind of money. I receive my statement, vegetables that go, then the money that comes, I receive the statement. So I know exactly the kind of money that is coming or the kind of money that I am making. I know the kind of money that I am making. So why would I sleep?
Okay.
I won't sleep. But assuming I've given it to somebody to be working, and at the end of the day, I say maybe I need 100 Ghana, and at the end of the day, the person is bringing me 100 Ghana. I don't know the total amount the person got, and the person is giving me 100 Ghana. But once I'm home and I'm getting 100 Ghana, I feel I've made it in life. But not knowing maybe the person had gotten about 400 Ghana. They brings you 100. You think you are okay.
Okay, I get your point.
Yes. So I'm in it. So there's no way I would say I finished paying the loan, I'll sleep. Even when I was paying somebody, I wasn't sleeping. How much more I've seen the kind of money that I was paying to the person that is going to come from into my account. Then I'll say I'll sleep. Oh, no. I'm not going to work very hard.
What will make you stop? What will make you quit?
Oh. Okay, for now, I've not thought about anything that will make me quit.
Yeah, you are falling in love.
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, my dream is just to get more additional greenhouse, and maybe to partner with other people who are also into greenhouse.
Okay. Now, marketing didn't used to be a problem for
Yes.
you. They were taken from
Yes.
you. Now that you are done, you would have to market yourself, or you still sell to them?
Oh, for them, I wouldn't say I wouldn't sell to them because they have been with me from day one. But even though whilst we were selling to them, some of us had futures of getting our own market. So even though we were selling to them, we had other partners who were in charge of marketing.
Okay.
Yes, I have a partner in Accra. Yes, one day this guy, Smithfield Enterprises.
Okay.
Yes, he's one of my partners. Then I have another partner, Ed Tech Farms.
Okay.
Yes, he's in Somania.
Okay.
Yes, he's one of my hard guys.
Okay.
And I have another partner in Kumasi too. So all of them, it's like a chain.
Okay.
So for the marketing, once we started, then we were giving them, we knew definitely, because by the contract we signed, when you are done paying off the loan, you are at liberty to sell at your own market.
Okay.
Yes. So with that, when we were even giving it to them, we were still looking for other markets. Yes. So even as at the time we were giving to them, we still had other markets, but we couldn't give them.
Okay.
Yes. So now that at least we have a liberty to at least give to our own market, I think it's a plus for us. Okay. It's not now that we're going to look for market.
How is security on this farm?
Oh, once you see, we are within an institution, so the security here is being undertaken by the institution.
Okay.
Yes.
The reason why I'm not asking you about specific crops, because I want to take them one by one so that you can teach us the protocol. Can the protocols in the greenhouse be applied to the open field?
Exactly. It's the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same thing, because the nutrients cucumber will have here is the same cucumber you're having outside. Whatever nutrients you give to them here will equally work for them outside. But that I said is calculated.
Okay.
So when you get a calculation right here, I get a calculation right outside, it will still work.
Okay. But the difference is now you are using a medium,
yes,
we are using the soil.
Yes.
What if the soil is also rich, and you are also giving different nutrients again?
Oh, that is what I'm saying. Is it the soil? Even when you are over giving them the nutrient, you will just definitely be giving them water.
Okay.
You know, the soil, when there's a lot of nutrient, they leach.
Okay.
They will leach down.
Okay.
But here, when you give a lot of nutrients, there's nothing like leaching down.
Okay.
It will be accumulated under.
Again, you have protected yourself against pests.
Yes.
So someone in the open field would have to.
You see, that is why I don't know whether you heard me say even though we are protected, people might think we don't have problem with pests and diseases. But
that's what I think.
Yes.
By to be small.
Yes, it will be minimal.
Okay.
And what we usually do is that we do the preventive measure, which I think open field farmers should be doing that too. We do the preventive, and the preventive, I mean, we don't wait to see the disease or the pest before we spray. But somebody would like to see the insects are attacking the plant before they start spraying.
Okay.
And that is not preventive.
Okay.
So even the advice I have for the open field people is that they should try to be doing the preventive measure of control than waiting to see the disease or the pest.
Okay. Final word.
Okay. Final words. As I said, right now I've been addicted to greenhouse farming because I know how lucrative it is.
Okay.
So the final words I have for my friends is that the first thing is that they should try as much as possible to move from their comfort zone. If they realize where you are comfortable at, it's not working for you, leave the comfort zone. You might find a place somewhere that will work for you. Yes. So what I want to say is that I'm out here. Anybody who is into greenhouse farming, or anybody who needs any knowledge in greenhouse farming, the person shouldn't hesitate to call or contact us.
Okay.
Yes.
How much do you take for consultation?
Oh, for now and there, even though there cannot be consultation without any fee, mostly all my consultations I have done when I started, I usually do them for free.
Okay.
Yes, unless probably maybe there's transportation involved, then I come. When I come, some of them I don't charge them, but others will say, oh, since you pick the car to come, okay, take this for. It's now that probably I'm going to sit down and then draft something that at least reward our fees and everything.